Welcome, sports fans, to the latest S&M production of the Sunday Night Sports Nerd Show. It is the most absurd 90 minutes of anything goes, smack talk, and a whole lot more. Every Sunday night, the Sports Nerd joins forces with three charismatic co-hosts who are a select group of sports nerds with attitude, better known in Nerd Nation as the Rant. We are four of the most loudmouth, smack-talking nerds around, coming at you with some sick rips and rants, which may be just enough to make you pee your pants. So listen up, Nerd Nation. Let's rise and welcome the legend himself. He is the founder, he is the host, and he is the star of the Sports Nerd Show. Coming to you live, straight out of Lakeland, Florida, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Sports Nerds. I am your humble host, Mr. Scott, the Sports Nerd Right, along with my co-hosts, normally every week, Mr. Elliot Big E Lamba, Ken Coslow, and of course, Mr. John G. Olson and his coffee. Good to have everybody here. Anthony's already in the house. How's it going, Anthony? Good to see you.
How's it going, Anthony?
What's happening, Ant?
So, and we're going to talk about Week 9 in the NFL.
Oh, Mom, do we have to?
The good news is that the Cowboys, the Niners, and the Browns were all off this week. So we have nothing.
We didn't
lose.
lose this
Relaxing
week.
day for us.
We
Not
didn't
so
lose.
much for the humble co-host in the bottom right-hand quadrant, Mr. John G. Olson and the Buffalo Bills. Jay, how about them New York Jets, 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 stealing a win from the Buffalo Bills?
Hold on. Anthony's saying the Bills should have won. Not the way they played. Not the way they played. Not in a million years. This is the running joke is that everyone laughs at the Jets like they're some chump team. They're really good defensively, like really good.
Yes.
Sauce Gardner is
The
really
real
good.
deal.
Real deal.
Yes.
He's the second coming of Daryl Revis, okay? Like,
Yeah.
but a freak
In his prime.
Like, look,
And he makes awesome snow angels too.
yes, he does with no snow. 76 degrees in East Rutherford, but let's do snow angels. Dude, look, the Jets beat the pants off of the Bills. Okay? I can tip my hat to them. But the Bills were horrible. Like on another level of awful. Josh looked completely like not even sugar high Josh, like rookie Josh, like throwing it into where your man isn't even near
Derek Carr, the headlights, Josh.
But honestly, how much did that vaunted Jets defense have to do with that?
It was good because of the
Actually,
pressures they put on Josh. They were rushing him, so so he usually can sit back in the pocket and take his time and pick apart a defense. The script is out on the Bills. This is I listened to so
The blueprint.
I listened to it before I get into my therapy session this afternoon. I listened to post game and they basically said it, and this is what the Packers did in the second half of last week's game. All you've got to do to beat the Bills is put your number one corner on the guy's not named Steph Diggs. That's how you beat him. Because look what happened. They put Sauce on Steph, first play of the game, 42 yards for Steph. So what they did is you just rush the passer, put your best corners. You basically put two of your weaker secondaries on Steph, so he's double teamed, and then put your primary corner on the number two, who is like Gabe Davis. And look at the end of the play, the end of the game. What happened? Sauce Gardner. People say it was pass interference. Whatever. You're not going to win or lose the game on that. You should have won or lost the game. 3 or 4 quarters. But my therapy. If you guys ever suffer a loss, this is what I highly recommend you do, because I did it and I feel great now. It's been 3 hours since the game. I feel wonderful. I shut down. I didn't watch any more football. I said, I need a break.
There were only 2 more games anyway.
Yeah. I need a break. I don't want to think about football. And then I highly recommend going and assembling some IKEA furniture because that's what I did for 3 hours. So I was super pissed that the Bills lost, and then I was super pissed at the stupid instructions that IKEA gives you. So that's what my therapy was, working my problems out on the IKEA furniture.
That are mostly in Swedish.
Any parts left over, John?
IKEA therapy. Thanks.
Dude, like, it's funny because my wife is like obsessed with cupboards, like build cupboards. Let's buy cupboards. So we bought some the other week and it was great. They were all numbered. Like it was like, this is board number 1. Take the bag of tools and bag 1 goes with bag 1 and easy. IKEA is just these stupid drawings and they put arrows like pointing to it. Like you can decode what that is. Like this is the board. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know it's the board, but where does it go? It goes here. And it's just anyways, therapy session. Bills were awful. Like just, everyone was hurt. So what? So isn't that what we're supposed to do at the trade deadline? Is secure our secondary and all things that we were hurt? No, let's go get Nyheim Hines. And I got a better idea. Let's play him twice.
It wasn't their defense that got shut down. It was their offense.
It was their offense. Well, their run defense was atrocious.
Who was hurt?
I mean, they couldn't tackle to save their life.
Who was hurt on offense?
Who was hurt on offense? Nobody.
Exactly. So
nobody. Josh they don't have a run. They don't have a running game, and this is what drives me nuts because they know how to beat the Bills now. When you have Josh as your primary running back, you have no running threat. So rush him.
But didn't they go out and get Hines to get a running game going?
Yeah, and ask me how many times they played Hines today.
Probably twice. You said 2 times, yeah.
Hines is not going to be your primary rusher. He's not going to be the guy that's going to go for 100, 150 yards. Okay? No. Hines is a speedster who you get him in the open field, toss him a pass, and he can do things with the ball. But that doesn't improve their run game any at all. Because you can do that with Singletary.
Yeah.
They just don't dedicate enough to
the run. They don't dedicate it to him. Right? Singletary's looking decent.
Dedicated to the run because they got Josh back there.
It's utterly frustrating. And then Josh is just throwing the stupidest passes. Like just, god awful interceptions. Like not sometimes when he'd throw a pick, it's like, whatever. These were totally just like I was lost in space and decided to throw it. And he said it. He owned it. I mean, at the end, at the presser, he's just like, you can't win in this league when your quarterback plays like shit. Literally what he said. So it is what it is. We're still first. It stings because it's the AFC East. It's the stupid Jets. And all of them won today. The Jets.
Yeah, I was going to say the Dolphins and the Patriots also won today.
Patriots. I mean, it's the AFC beast now. Who would have thunk it? I mean, it's fun. This is so Bills though, finally we have a good team. We're Super Bowl favorites. And then what happens? Every other team in our division gets good this year too. It's like, great. Of course. Reading Twitter too with Bills Mafia is hilarious. It's like, you guys can't harm us. Like no one can say anything to us. It's not like we're like, oh my gosh, we're not used to losing. Like we're totally used to this. This is normal for us. You can't crush us any more than we've already been crushed for the past 20 some
There's no such thing as an easy road when it comes to Buffalo, right?
Nothing is easy as a Bills fan. And it's funny because I'm watching the game and I'm sitting there and I'm watching Zach Wilson on offense and I'm like, you know what? They must be feeling like I felt all those years. Like maybe it's our chance to win, but you know what? They're going to lose because we're a superior team. I'm thinking that in my head, second quarter, third quarter. Fourth quarter, I was like, this is just,
because we always find a way. Those were your words earlier in the season. They always find a way.
Yeah.
Couldn't find that way today.
Yeah, but see, this is what Brett says. You could be a Packers fan, but see, the Packers, they haven't done anything. They're not supposed to win anything. They're just Aaron Rodgers with a decent O-line, right? Is that what they call it? Or a good defense?
Not even
I mean, I'm going to throw something at this dog. Excuse me for a second. Hey!
Yeah, my dog riled up now, too.
So annoying. Anyways, yeah, the Packers are whatever. I don't care. They don't do anything for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a big crybaby on the sideline. So like whatever. Who cares?
Half the team got hurt during the game too. Aaron Jones, a few other guys. Dobbs on the first play got hurt.
Well, now that brings me my question: the Packers done?
Yes. Yeah. Let them rot.
For this season,
I don't think.
You know when the Packers were done? You know when the Packers were done?
Packers were done when they got rid of Devontae
When
Adams.
Devontae Adams went to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
When the Packers were done.
And how did that work out for Devontae? Not very well either. So I mean, you know, they both were losing. Yeah.
I mean, he had a big game today, but look,
the Raiders still
that's
lost.
That's like him going to Vegas, to play with Derek Carr is like Aaron Rodgers playing with his current receiver corps.
Yes.
It doesn't do anything for you. Okay, and Adams is going to be.
Let me jump in real quick.
Go ahead, Ken.
It really irritates me that the Packers lost today, because all this does is serve to give them extra momentum next week, extra motivation next week.
Playing the Cowboys.
Beat our ass.
You guys are going to whoop the shit out of the
Packers. We should. We're not going to, but we should.
Always
but
the
it's typical.
Look,
they just
if you guys don't win by double digits, then you need to reevaluate the rest of your season.
Are they
well,
playing
that's
Lambeau
exactly
or
what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. We
It's
should have won this
Lambeau
game
or
by
Dallas, Ken?
3 touchdowns. We never do that anymore. And we've been
It
screwed
don't
at
matter.
Lambeau so many times. It doesn't matter.
They can play at the
We've been
neighborhood
screwed
fucking
there for 50
playground.
years.
They can play in the neighborhood fucking playground, and the Cowboys are going to whoop the fucking Packers, okay?
I hope you're right.
Packers
but
have not been a juggernaut at home this year, Ken.
And they're coming off a bye, so, even
it would be just like the
I bet
Packers
you right
and the
now
Cowboys.
I bet you right now the Cowboys are hoping that Zeke can't play.
Wait. Didn't the Jets go into Lambeau and beat the Cowboys this year, or was it the Giants?
No, they beat the Packers.
Well, I don't know how they could beat
Packers.
the Cowboys in Lambeau. That'd be interesting.
I'm sorry. Didn't the Jets go into Lambeau and beat the Packers?
They stomped them.
Yes.
They did. They stomped them.
34-10, I believe.
Yeah, the Jets aren't like
in
this.
an ideal world, those are the same thing. But,
Not anymore.
but
you know what? If
Yeah.
the Jets had a quality QB, they'd be dangerous.
He didn't.
But
look
you know what?
awful today, man.
He didn't play bad today. He didn't play bad today.
The only thing he did wrong was he got strip sacked by Vaughn. But everyone gets strip sacked by Vaughn.
Yeah.
What's that?
He's not going to take you anywhere. Zach Wilson, he's not going to take you deep into any playoff situation or anything.
It's his second season, Elliott.
It doesn't matter. The guy is not that good. He can manage a game.
You
He
outplayed Josh today.
He outplayed Josh.
You can't say
And I
that
know-
about many players.
Yeah, and that's right, Bill. And Clarkey makes a good point. He looked awful last week. Yeah.
Yes,
I
he
know
did.
And why couldn't we get that, Zach, today? God, and it's the Jets. Like, I can lose against the Packers. I could lose against even Detroit. I'm fine with it. But the Jets. Oh, it's almost as bad
Back
as
when ETS used to stand for just in the season, but now it's just extend the season.
Killing me, man. Killing me. I highly recommend.
They're half the game behind Buffalo, and they own the tiebreaker. So right now the Jets are in a pretty
They
good.
still got to go to Orchard Park.
Still got to go to Orchard Park.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're pretty good at home, which is good. But
But they haven't been half bad on the road either. The Jets.
We need to get on the horn with OBJ and say, "Homie, we'll pay you. Come on down." Because
you better get in line because Dallas and Frisco.
That's cool. They don't have Von Miller. They don't have Tre'Davious White was his best buddy at LSU.
Some guys got Naheem Hines, man. You should be happy.
I'm just saying. It's very obvious Gabe Davis is not it. I mean, that last play, whatever you want to say about Sauce Gardner pass interference, I don't think it was, to be honest. I mean, he didn't turn his head, but whatever. It literally hit him in the numbers, man. I mean, it hit him here. And
I'll be honest, man. They would have been just as well off using James Cook instead of going out and getting Naheem Hines.
It's pathetic.
Okay.
They have no run game, dude. None of those guys is just like going to shock you. You know, you're not going to be like, and they don't use them.
That's not what they're built. That's not what they're built for, though. They're not. They weren't put together to be a running team.
No, it's a passing team. But when your second option, like Dawson Knox, is not even in the offense anymore. What did I say 4 years ago or 3 years ago, Scott? As Dawson Knox goes, so does the Bills' offense.
Yes.
When we were doing great, Dawson Knox was doing great.
That's right. When you beat Kansas City, guess who won the game for you? Dawson
Knox.
As Dawson Knox goes, so does the Bills' offense. And it's weird. You can't put it all on a tight end, but that's what I've seen for 3 years now. That's what I've seen, what I've witnessed. Every time Dawson Knox is heavy in the offense and Josh is finding him, we're good. We're dandy. And every time they rush Josh and Josh starts get sugar high a little. Anyways.
Here's the difference between this Buffalo and the Buffalo from the Jim Kelly days. Is that you guys don't have a Thurman Thomas.
We don't have a Thurman Thomas, yeah.
That's what you're lacking.
Well, we also don't have a what was the Kenny Lofton and Andre Reed?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could put Steph.
Oh, you could throw Don Beebe in there too, John.
Don Beebe.
You could put Diggs up against those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, when Diggs is just unbelievable, man. I mean, you see that catch that he made, the toe tap that was called back as Deion Dawkins got that offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just that's Steph. So defenses know, okay, we'll let Steph eat, but everyone else will shut down, and we can stop everyone else because we'll put our best guys on everyone else. Double up Steph. Let him have his 60 yards, whatever. Anyways.
Oh yeah, you don't want Steph. You don't want to let Steph beat you. Basically, let anybody else beat you. Just don't let Diggs beat you. That's what it comes down
to.
I hate football.
I
fucking hate it, man. It just ruins me. It ruins my week, man. I won't even listen to sports talk.
Thank you, Steve Will.
You don't hate football. You don't hate football. It's like blood loss when the Bills lose.
It's
like bloodletting.
Like, you're good. You know that you can actually win, but then
at least you and I can relate. We both lost to the Jets this year, John. So we can relate.
Jets aren't pushovers, man. I mean, they'll have their horrible games.
Yeah, you can't talk about the Jets no more. Like, oh well, at least you lost. At least this, at least that. Nah, the Jets are for real. And you know what? You put any team with a defense like the Jets, and that gives them the opportunity to be real. Because the defense can make things happen. You think Baltimore back in the days when Trent Dilfer was their quarterback was a great offense? Hell no.
No, it was run by Trent Dilfer. You kidding me?
It was that defense that did it for him.
It was Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. I mean,
same with the Bucs when they won it. It wasn't Brad Johnson. It was the defense.
Defenses win Super Bowls. Look what Tampa did to Kansas City 2 years ago. Right? Everybody thought Kansas City was going to blow them out of the water. And Tampa came with that defense and shut them the hell down. You know what I'm saying? It's like good pitching beats good hitting in baseball. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to, defense. And if you got a solid defense, that's why Buffalo's got a
Buffalo does. They get a really good defense.
Buffalo has a solid defense too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is the thing. I'll agree with you on this though. They spent all that money in the offseason to shore up the run defense. What are teams doing to beat the Bills? Running the ball. Like Swiss cheese. Milano wasn't playing. Poyer wasn't playing. Whatever. You got guys that were drafted on the team that made the team to show up when some guy goes down. Show up. Jaquan Johnson had a horrible game. Like DeMar Hamlin couldn't tackle to save his life. It was awful.
But you
It
still
was
only gave up 20 points.
I know, but and yes, the reason we lost was the offense, totally.
Exactly.
But that last drive, man, that last drive was 6-7 minutes long in the fourth quarter. All they did was run it. Bills couldn't get the ball back. They gave us the ball with no timeouts with 1:50 left, or 1:20 or whatever it was. Vaughn's not the run stuffer.
Right.
No, Vaughn's a pass rusher.
He's a pass rusher, Brett. So he's not going to clog up the middle. He's going to try to go around. Thus, he's an edge rusher.
Yeah.
That's
Hello.
the position.
Yeah.
So he does his job. He got a strip sack, fumble today.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything between the tackles as far as the run game goes.
Yeah.
Okay, you can run it down their throat because I think the weakest part of the Buffalo run defense is the middle. Okay, you can't get to the outside on Von Miller. That's just not going to happen. Okay, but again, the thing is that today the offense either didn't show up, or the Jets just came out with a great game plan, or a combination of both.
I mean, how well has Robert Saleh done with that team in just 2 years?
He's keeping receipts.
Right? Yeah. Hey, Jamal, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. Well, Ken Elliott and I, our weekend was fine because our teams didn't play.
Those are nice, huh? Those are nice when it's a bye week or your team plays on Thursday.
I can just
or Monday.
sit back and chill and watch Red Zone.
Enjoy Sunday
over the Browns. Yes,
So. And we're so used to playing primetime games. These 1 p.m. games for me feel weird.
Right.
Just weird now.
Well, the Jets are good right now, but they're still not primetime worthy. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? They still haven't reached that primetime level.
They might reach it.
Garrett Wilson this year. Fun though, huh? Mr. Ohio State guy.
Garrett Wilson's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have him on my fantasy team. He put up some numbers. I won my fantasy, so small win
victory
for me.
I still think Sauce is the man, though. But that just goes to show you how good the Jets did in that draft this year. Because look, Breece Hall, if it wasn't for his injury, he was on his way to offensive rookie of the year, basically.
He would have put up 200 yards on us today.
You know what I'm saying?
But Brett, I don't know. We'll see, because guess who's coming to Buffalo next week? The 7-1 Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota. Yeah, and don't get too elated or misled by the Vikings, because who have they beaten is what I want to know.
They almost lost to
They almost lost to the Commanders today.
Yes, the Commanders today, yes.
Okay, if Heineke doesn't throw that stupid-ass interception to Harrison Smith at the end, they lose to the Commanders. They've eked out victories over bad teams.
I need to
know Ken's having technical
issues. And guess what? They're in the same division as Green Bay, Detroit, which are two of the worst teams in the NFC right now. Okay. Chicago's actually doing pretty good. What about Justin Fields?
How about he went off today, 178 yards rushing today, and threw for what, 2 or 3 touchdowns today? I mean,
and they got robbed at the end.
Yeah.
That Chase Claypool play where the two guys basically mugged his ass.
Yeah.
And there was no call for that.
Yeah, I mean, Fields only had 123 yards passing, but he had 178 yards rushing.
That's not his game. His game is not passing.
Right, and he threw for 3 touchdowns, but he also ran for 1. So he was responsible for 4 touchdowns today.
Yeah, he threw 2 to Cole Kmet.
Fields is coming. It looks like he's finally getting that the Bears are putting their game plan around his strengths, as opposed to forcing him to be a pocket passer.
Which he is not.
No, he's not.
He's a rollout. He's a rollout passer. He's a perfect RPO quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay, run pass option quarterback. Plain and simple. And if you can build an offense, or if you can design an offense around his strengths, that's going to make Chicago good, because Chicago also has pretty good defense.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gave up 35 points today, but this is Miami. Miami's been slinging the ball around against.
I had 3 touchdowns as well today, so Mostert ran for 1.
Yeah, I kind of think that the Bears might be. Let's see what happens when the Bears play the Vikings. That's what I want to see. Let's see how good the Vikings are when they play the Bears.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to come down to in that division for sure. I'm not convinced with the Vikings. I'm not sold on the Vikings because remember, primetime Cousins doesn't do well when the lights shine brightest. Okay.
Yeah, but he sure is
Great,
riding that.
great at those 1:00 games.
He sure is riding that. You like that thing
God.
to death. I mean, that with all the pregame shows we're talking about today, man. You like that. I mean, even Scott Hansen was playing on You Like That today on Red Zone. So, I mean, that's going to be.
Jeff Wilson did show out for his first game with the Dolphins.
Yes.
So, look, he was good with the 49ers. But when you got a chance to get Christian McCaffrey, you give up a Jeff Wilson.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Bengals bounce back.
I'm going to be reading my Bible, some Proverbs right now because I need it right now. I'm not
After
doing
that
very
rant.
well.
You need some therapy.
Yeah, there was a Baker Mayfield sighting again today because PJ Walker played like he was from the XFL.
Oh wait, he is.
His old habits came back to haunt him today.
I mean, they went down 35-0 in the first half, and that was all she wrote.
Whatchamacallit, Mixon had 55 fantasy points today.
Yeah.
5 freaking touchdowns.
Yeah. He ran for 4 and scored and caught one and he caught one. Yeah.
I feel bad for fantasy owners that were playing against Joe.
Yeah, PJ Walker was all of 3 for 10 or 9 yards and 2 picks.
Yeah. And that basically took away this game too, DJ Moore.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He was rolling the last couple of weeks, but now you have Baker Mayfield back, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just because Baker's back doesn't mean Carolina's all of a sudden going to be good again, because they're not.
They weren't good with Baker.
Correct.
They recently were good because of Walker. And then Walker all of a sudden just reverted back to XFL. So, it is what it is. The Bengals, but the Bengals got trounced by the Browns last week.
Yeah.
I guess that must have been the
that was very nice, by the way.
That was their vengeance.
I really enjoyed it.
They took the shit out on Carolina of what happened to them in Cleveland.
Yeah. That was very satisfaction. That was a lot of satisfaction last Monday night.
Yeah. And
I'm sitting here screaming, waking the neighbors up on Monday night, going crazy. And I have to admit, going into that game, I was scared out of my mind. I said, "Oh God, we're going to get our asses kicked. We've been playing so bad lately, and all that."
No chase, no chance is what I say.
They didn't need Chase today.
Well, of course not, because they were playing Carolina.
We lost. We beat Carolina too, but still,
Carolina's crap, dude. Carolina's crap. Look at Deontay Foreman. 7 yards today?
Yeah, 7 carries for 23 yards.
All of a sudden, they were like, "Oh, who needs Christian McCaffrey? We got Deontay Foreman."
Yeah, we get Watson back in 3 weeks, Clarky. So we'll see what happens.
I got Watson stashed in my fantasy roster.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how good the Browns are when they have a real quarterback under center. Although I got to say,
you can't knock Brissett. Brissett's done a good job.
Brissett's done a fantastic job for what he's been handed.
Knowing he's a lame duck quarterback.
Yeah. He's played out of his mind. Yeah, he really has.
Gone on there and done his thing. I'm not convinced when it comes to the Chargers, by the way. They did beat the Falcons today, but the Chargers are weak. I think, they build that AFC West to be the best division in football.
It hasn't played like it at all this season, has it?
Close.
No.
Not even close.
You know what the best division is?
It's the AFC East.
AFC Beast.
Kill me now. Can never have nice things, man. Never. Can never.
That's
have
Ken
that.
right there. Reeves cut his camera off for some reason.
Hey, I bet you won't see Derek on here today after losing to the Lions.
Oh, he's got to be. Oh, Derek's got to be going out of his mind right now. Oh, poor Derek.
I mean, I'm sure he can stomach losing to the Bills, but the Lions?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well,
I
Anthony,
doubt he
that's
shows his face for a while.
understatement. They most definitely have to win because
I think they can beat the Vikings.
I have every confidence in
is
the
it a
world.
primetime
It's
game?
in Orchard Park too. I mean,
Is it a primetime game?
Let me tell you, I don't know.
Is
Hold
it
on,
Saturday
please hold.
night, Sunday night? I mean, is it
I don't
Sunday?
know, dude. I can't see them putting
Not
the
Thursday,
Vikings on
because
prime
Thursday's-
time, but
Thursday's the excitement of Carolina and Atlanta.
Let's find out.
please hold. No, it's a 1
They
p.m.
got early games all this month.
So
They
then,
got early games the entire month. Yeah.
And the Vikings might have a little bit of a chance because Kirk Cousins usually plays well when it's not prime time.
God, this
You
is
turn them
awful.
lights on bright.
Scott,
and
can you
Kirk
hear me?
Cousins folds like a cheap
Yes,
gun.
Ken, I can hear you.
Okay, Restream has cut my camera off for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, good grief.
So I'm going to have to totally reboot.
Okay.
I'll be back just a minute.
All right. Sounds good. No worries.
Just absolutely loving life right now.
Yes. Bills Vikings are at 1:00 next Sunday.
Yeah, everything like you said. We
The entire month of November they're playing at 1:00, including the Browns.
game. Yeah.
Including the Browns.
Yeah.
Their next primetime game is at Foxborough.
Patriots.
Yes.
Which will probably be a loss because we seem to be having superior trouble with AFC East teams for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's division. Anytime you play a division within the division, it's always a different. It seems like people just get amped up when they're playing division rivals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different game. You can see more upsets that way than you can,
We're the only division leader that hasn't won a game in our own division. Figure that one out. Isn't that crazy?
Mm. All right, let's go on and get to this. Detroit beats Green Bay 15-9 in Detroit.
What do you mean get to this? Didn't we talk about this all?
Briefly, yes.
The worst defense in football.
They only score 9 points, like you said, Elliot, against the worst defense in the NFL. Rodgers was 23 or 43, 291 yards, a touchdown, and count them, 3. 2 in the red zone.
What do you have? 3 interceptions like the last 3 years within the division?
Correct. Yes.
And then he had 3 against Detroit today.
Correct.
I hate it all.
And don't say it was the receiver's fault because it was his fault. Those interceptions were his fault. Off the helmet.
One bounced off a defender's helmet, for God's sake.
Yeah. And then the other one he underthrew.
Yep.
He tried to throw across his body and it fell short.
Yep.
Yep. Hutchinson, I believe, intercepted that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was heading. Actually, it was a tackle eligible play, and he was trying to get it to Bakhtiari, I think, is who he was throwing it to. And
he short-armed it.
He short-armed it, and Hendrickson jumped in front of it.
He T-Rexed it, and that's when Aiden Hutchinson stepped in and took it.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's time to call it what it is. Aaron Rodgers he ain't doing it.
He and Brady both may be done after this season.
They might be. Well, they should be.
Yeah.
They should have been done after last season.
Well, I don't know if I asked the Bills about the quarterback being the leading rusher. It worked out pretty well for them.
Dude, Lil Wayne just said that they should have got rid of Aaron Rodgers in the offseason. So when Lil Wayne says they should have got rid of Aaron Rodgers in the offseason, Packers are doomed. So have fun.
Well, again, I think honestly that the Packers were doomed when Devontae Adams left. You know how good isn't like gluttony? Isn't that one of the 7
deadly sins or 6 deadly sins? Yeah.
Right.
Which is not
so
biblical,
gluttony is coming back to cost the Packers because of Aaron Rodgers' greed. if he wasn't greedy, if he was more of a team guy, Devontae Adams would still be there, and they might still be as good as.
And a side note on that, Tom Brady made a career out of it.
I was about to say, Clark.
Yeah, but he renegotiated his contracts. When is Aaron
But he
Rodgers
always did. Brady. Another reason I say he's the GOAT is because he always put team before himself all the time with his contracts all the time to make sure they could put guys around him all the time.
Exactly. When has Aaron Rodgers ever done that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Never.
That's
apparently, though.
Apparently,
they were trying for the trade deadline. They offered a first-round pick for DJ Moore, and Carolina said no. They were trying to get Claypool, but the Bears got him instead.
Oh, well, you know why?
So
you know why? Because Pittsburgh felt that they could get a better draft pick through the Bears than they could through Green Bay.
Oops. Pittsburgh keeps Pittsburghing.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They misread that one.
And the Bears kill me too, man. Like, can you guys just could you just beat Miami today? That would have been great. Like, that would have been.
Shit, they got ripped off at the end. That freaking Claypool pass.
Oh yeah.
The two guys mugged him.
Yeah.
And they didn't call pass interference.
They're yanking him down by his waist too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Central Park mugging at its best. And they didn't call it. The referees, they call the shit they shouldn't be calling, and they don't call the shit that they should.
That's the one thing I'll say about the Bills game. The penalties weren't an issue. Both teams they seemed to play. There was no real
football.
People are like, it was pass interference at the end. It's like it hit him in the hand.
Yeah.
What else do you want? Like, pass interference is when you take away the ability for the player to make the catch.
Yeah.
That's the definition of it, right? So when the ball hits you in the chest and you don't make the catch, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but anyways, sorry, more Bills. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. I'm not doing good today, guys. But assemble IKEA furniture. Great therapy.
So Vegas goes into Jacksonville and Jacksonville beats them.
I play fantasy with a buddy of mine, man. He's diehard Raiders Nation, like liver. He goes down to Vegas. He goes to Oakland. He sees the games. And I'm like complaining about, he's like, oh man, I'm going to have a horrible week. He's like, dude, I'm going to have a horrible decade. Oh, poor Raiders.
Is it time for the Raiders to scrap the Derek Carr project?
No, I don't think it is.
Derek Carr is just not cut out to be a winning NFL quarterback. I mean, they went and got him weapons, and he still can't do it. He still can't get the job done.
He threw for 259 and 2 touchdowns today. I mean, he didn't play terrible. He didn't throw any picks.
Against Jacksonville. Okay, against.
I mean, Devontae had a day. You got 10 catches, 146.
Devontae had a half.
Okay.
Because all that production.
Because they didn't score in the second half. Yeah, I know. Right.
They didn't do anything in the second. They went away from the game plan that got them out to a big lead, 20-7, I believe it was.
20-10 at halftime.
And what's funny is Crystal comes in here. Crystal's a Raiders fan. She goes, "What's the score?" I go, 20-7 Raiders. Oh, they're gonna lose. Wasn't that the score the last time? They over 20-7 and they wound up losing?
Yeah.
I go, no, that's what she asked me. And I said, well, I don't follow the Raiders that closely, but okay. And sure enough, they lost. And again, it all comes down to the ineptness of their offense.
When you got guys like Josh Jacobs and you've got guys like,
granted, they're missing Waller, but Moreau didn't play bad today.
No, he did. He only had 2 catches, but he didn't play. And you got Henry Renfro, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Devontae Adams, you got weapons around you.
Matt Collins is no slouch either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got a quarterback who is not. He's just not a championship quarterback. I'm sorry. Right now, I would rather have Geno Smith than Derek Carr.
Well, yeah, Geno's balling out right now.
I would rather have
Geno.
Trevor Lawrence than Derek Carr.
Geno MVP?
Geno MVP, baby.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few quarterbacks that, shit, I'd rather have Zach Wilson than Derek Carr at this point.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Dude, Bill Clarky, you guys won today, man. Come on. You guys won. Let's,
Yeah, they do need
enjoy
to
the win.
You're right. That's
Pat's
part of the
no
problem,
seat.
too.
I mean, you were playing the Colts. Man, the Colts are bad. Oh, geez.
Oh, the Colts are terrible.
Dude, what did he had more? He had more in like it was something like more interceptions than completed passes or something like that.
Let me take a look.
Ellinger. 6. What did he have? 6 interceptions or something?
He completed 15 passes. He only had 1 pick today.
Oh, it was something. It was some crazy stat they threw out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Indianapolis is bad. They're terrible.
Yeah. Jeez. It's just such a weird season, man. Like everything that you thought was gonna
And everything that we talked about leading up to this season is not coming to pass. The AFC West is not the best.
AFC West. I thought for sure the Chiefs were doomed. I thought once you take away Tyreek Hill, that offense completely changes. No, not at all. Yeah. I'm extremely.
Did you see Tyreek Hill today?
Oh, dude, I was about to say Tua's no joke.
No,
Like, anyone that's saying Tua is noodle arm, no.
When they asked him about Tua, he said he's the most accurate passer in the NFL.
Yeah,
that was a dig at Patrick Mahomes, by the way.
Dude, Tua is amazing when he gets a quick pass out and those slant routes to Waddle or Hill. Like you can't defend that, man.
No, you can't.
It's crazy.
And now if they have a running game too, because Jeff Wilson ran his ass off today.
Well, and then they went and got Bradley Chubb too. What did the Bills do? We got Nyheim Hines. How much did we use them? 2 snaps.
Oh, they'll use him more eventually, but I still don't think he's the answer.
No, he's not the answer. Dude, they need to get OBJ though. They whatever it takes. Like load up the back end of the contract. Worry about how lousy our contracts are in 5 years from now. Be like New Orleans in 5 years. I don't care.
They needed a Christian McCaffrey type deal.
They needed Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. That's what they needed. But no, we got Nyheim Hines. And what's killer is that Brandon Beane was interviewed this past week, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we had conversations with Carolina."
They also had conversations with New Orleans.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
They had conversations with a lot of
people. Miami's no joke, man. Miami's offense is great, and now they have the pass rusher in Bradley Chubb.
Yep.
Which is what they needed. So if Tua can stay healthy, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dangerous division.
It's so annoying. Can I have one Super Bowl, please? That's all I want. Just one. Just
before you die.
Before I die, or before I get dementia or something. I can't remember anything. Please, just.
Can I just have one non-competitive season, from everybody else in the division, like New England had for all those years?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Could that be nice? Can I just have can we become the next 10 years? I don't even need 20 years. 10 years. 5 years. I don't even need 10. 5 years of dominance. That'd be great. That's all I'd need.
And New England did that because the rest of the division was crap during those years. Yeah. That's why.
Brady was going against Mark Sanchez and Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I don't even know the quarterback back then down in Miami. Who's the quarterback 10 years ago in Miami? I couldn't even tell you. Some no name.
Well, and they didn't have defenses either. Jets defense sucked back then. You know what I'm saying? The Dolphins weren't even in the picture.
Who was the quarterback 10 years ago in Dolphin land?
God.
Wasn't Tannehill?
No, it wasn't not 10 years ago, was it? Before Tannehill. Who was the guy before Tannehill?
No, maybe it was Tannehill.
No. Tannehill hasn't been around that long, man.
Yeah, he has.
It's been around 7 years or something, 8 years.
But
who was the guy before Tannehill? I know Tannehill, but who was the guy before?
I'm not a
The
big
teams
Dolphins
are-
fan, so I could. Any Dolphins fans out there that can tell us who's
Well,
there?
Mike is. Mike's a Dolphins fan. He's Team Peter Principle. I don't understand the reference.
I don't understand that either.
Their
That's
team,
Ken.
we suck. Let's get better.
That's
That's what
Ken
we
saying
are.
that.
That's what the Bills are. The Bills are get your crap together. That's what the Bills are.
Mm.
Fitzmagic. No, before that. No. Before that. Like the before Fitz, before Tannehill. Like Fitz was there
afterwards. It had to be Tannehill.
No, before Tannehill. Like before Tannehill. The guy before Tannehill. Like they had like miserable quarterback play. Like that was the only saving grace with Miami. They had horrible quarterback play. It can't be that good because no one remembers. Pennington.
Actually, Tannehill started with the Dolphins in 2012.
10 years.
Chad Henne. That's who I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking. Chad Henne. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Matt Moore too. But thank you. Chad Henne was the guy I was trying to think of.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember his name.
But yeah, Tannehill was with the Dolphins. Was rookie season was with the Dolphins.
Who is Facebook user?
Oh, don't forget they have Brock.
That's Ken.
Right.
That's Ken.
Don't forget they have Brock
Ken.
Osweiler too.
Brock Osweiler. Yes.
And Matt Moore.
Matt Moore.
And
Chad Henne was who I was
Pennington.
thinking. Yeah. Chad Pennington too. That was a
And Tyler Thigpen.
Thigpen. Awesome. I think we had Thigpen too, didn't we?
Trent Green.
I can't remember.
How about
Jeez.
Gus Frerotte?
See, how good was it to be a Patriots fan back then, man? Like that was who you were going against.
Jay Fiedler.
Ken, reconnect your Facebook account. I just sent the link.
Jay Fiedler.
Jay Cutler too. Wasn't Jay Cutler down there?
Jay Cutler, yes.
Yeah, he was down there for about a cup of coffee.
Yep.
2017.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget they had
Jay
Josh
Cutler.
Rosen too.
Josh Rosen.
That was great. I don't care. I loved him. I thought he was great. I thought he was the funniest quarterback in the league for years. He's great.
But Jay Fiedler was their starter for 5 seasons in a row.
AJ Feely. Oh my God.
Jeez. This is what I mean. Like, imagine being a Patriots fan, and that's who. And then you went against Mark Sanchez, and then you went against whoever Buffalo was throwing out there. You know, like Vince Young. I'm pretty sure we had. Didn't we have Vince Young? Like
EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel was like Josh, but couldn't throw. You know, like. But Josh couldn't throw it today either. So, whatever. And then his arm's like banged up, so he'll probably be on the IR now for like 6 weeks. Watch, be great. It's great. We're gonna miss playoffs. I love it. Kill me now. Yeah, I hate football.
Okay, so you guys had after Jim Kelly, you had Todd Collins for 1 year.
Oh, here we go.
Then you had Doug Flutie for 2 years.
Yeah.
Rob Johnson. Alex Van Pelt.
Alex Van Pelt. Yeah.
Who is now the offensive coordinator for the Browns.
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe for 3 seasons.
Drew Bledsoe. Yeah.
JP Losman.
JP Losman, baby. And now we're getting to Trent Edwards too, babe.
Edwards.
Here we go.
And then Ryan Fitzpatrick for 4 years. EJ Manuel, followed by Kyle Orton, Tyrod Taylor, and then Josh Allen came in.
Don't forget, Tyrod Taylor was sat for one Nathan Peterman too.
Yeah,
don't forget.
Six INT Nathan Peterman.
Great game. That guy's actually still in the NFL. So if you want to feel bad about your life, that was
in 2017 when Peterman threw those 6 interceptions against Pittsburgh, I think it was.
Yeah, the Browns have had a revolving door of quarterbacks too. They're
well, we know the Browns, and most of
the Browns is like legendary.
And most of those were #1 picks too.
Yeah. So I mean,
like when's the last time you really had a good quarterback? Like honestly,
Kosar
was like, so it's 80s, right?
Yeah, maybe Vinny. We had Vinny for a little bit too. Testaverde. During the Belichick years.
I don't even consider
Vinny.
But I don't even consider Testaverde a Brown. Like to me, that's a Jet. Like
okay, so
I consider him a Buccaneer too because he was drafted by the Bucs.
After Vinny Testaverde and the suspension.
Shut up, Clarky. It was not Otto Graham.
Operations from 96 to 98 when there were no Cleveland Browns. Okay. You followed up with Tim Couch, Doug Peterson, then Tim Couch again, Kelly Holcomb.
God.
Woo!
Jeff Garcia.
Hey, Kelly Holcomb beat the Steelers. Don't get it. Kelly Holcomb beat the Steelers in the play.
Trent Dilfer.
Nice.
Charlie Fry.
Yeah, Charlie Fry.
Derek Anderson.
Oh, God.
Brady Quinn.
Nice.
Colt McCoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brandon Whedon.
Oh, yeah, the old man. Yeah,
Nathan
go ahead.
Campbell. Brian Hoyer.
Wow.
Josh McCown.
Nice.
Cody Kessler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Deshaun Kaiser. Oh, what a year that was. Yes.
And then Baker Mayfield. And now Jacoby Brissett.
Dude, it's always good. Every time I'm feeling bad about myself and my situation,
You
I
look
always
back on what the Browns have done the last 20
You
years.
just gotta tell me about the Browns and I feel a little bit better. Just keep doing that.
No matter how bad you have it, you can always be a
You can always go back and look at the Browns quarterback roster for the last 20 years and just,
Love it.
Yeah, right, Clarky. Brandon Williams was older than Otto Graham. Yes, he was.
Love it.
No, the last great quarterback we had.
Feel a lot better, man. Thank you.
The last great quarterback we had was Bernie. And before that, it was Brian Sipe in the 70s, early 80s. Deshaun may bring the quarterback role back, but, it'll be bittersweet because he's a dirtbag.
Otto Graham was your best of all time, though.
Yes, he was. Otto was the best of all time.
46 to 55.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Buddy, that's great news. Great news.
Yeah.
It's okay, Scott. It's okay. Don't worry. Enjoy your bye week, man. Anyone care what's going on tonight?
We're playing Miami next week in Miami, so yeah. But
I need the Browns to show up. That'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah, I need the Browns to show up too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's go with what Brett was talking about real quick. We only got about 5 or 6 minutes left. Commanders may be on the selling block.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos.
Let's do it.
Dan Snyder has gone out and
hired Bank of America
to put together something that would possibly put the Commanders on the selling block as early as March during the league meetings.
Yeah, man.
Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos.
Jeff would be good for the NFL. I mean,
also,
a lot better than this Amazon Prime game he's got every week.
Yeah,
the first thing they need to do is change that bullshit ass Commander's name.
Oh, they're never changing that, man. That's stuck now. They're never going to change that, man.
The deal could also include a new stadium, quite possibly on the same site as
FedEx is so good.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That was so sarcastic.
Sewers breaking on top of you.
Possibly on the site where RFK is, which is where the
railings falling off,
which is where the Washington team played for all those years back in the Theismann days.
RFK, yep.
RFK. So
back in the John Riggins days.
Yes, the diesel.
Back in the high life again.
Riggo.
And the Chiefs and Titans have kicked off. I know John doesn't care who wins this game.
Well, no, I was hurting for running back, so you'll laugh at this. Who do you think I picked up off the waivers for a running back? I was hurting Elliott. Who do you think I picked? Like the last
Edward
guy
Hilaire
is a running back.
Yeah,
Tennessee. Like
from Tennessee, Hilliard.
Yeah, Hilliard.
Actually, he's not too bad.
He's not bad, but like. He's supposed to, I've already won my game today, so it doesn't really matter. But like, I was 5.5 projected points is what I'm supposed to get from this guy. 5.5 because all of my guys.
Last week he had the similar, and I think he scored like 11 points last week.
Well, yeah, but see, I have Damian Harris on my team, which is just a problem in itself because of Stevenson has been doing so good. But he was out. He was. Like in the last minute. So like I had to switch them this morning before the games kicked off.
Well, here's the thing though, with Malik Willis at quarterback, Hilliard could get some run.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Because Henry can't run every single down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're going to be pretty much relying on the run. So as long as Willis is the quarterback, you can count that Dontrell Hilliard is going to get some touches.
Yeah. No, I
He might
feel
give you
better
double-digit points. You know what I'm saying? I have him on my roster. I'm ready to play him ahead of A.J. Dillon.
Dude,
who's been a
he didn't
total
do anything.
bust.
He didn't do anything.
Didn't he get hurt today?
All year. No, that was Aaron Jones that got hurt.
Aaron Jones who got hurt.
Aaron
He was
Jones
laid
got
up in a
hurt.
walking boot today.
And Dillon still couldn't do shit.
Right.
Dillon hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1. You know, and Aaron Rodgers is trying to pass his way out of a slump, so he's not handing the ball off to nobody. He's too busy hitting other people's helmets. You know, and so, yeah, no, like I said, with Malik Willis at quarterback, they ain't passing the ball all that much in Tennessee right now. You're going to see a lot of Derrick Henry and Hilliard tonight. And then if they fall behind, you're going to see a little bit more Hilliard in the passing game.
Yeah.
You know, so.
It might be a sneaky pickup. I don't need the win. I don't need him to do anything, but it'd be
No,
interesting.
you don't need him. Like,
but I mean, if I was needing him to go off tonight, I'd be like so depressed.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't count on it. But there's an outside chance that he could.
Yeah.
That was a wounded duck of a pass, but he still completed it. Holy shit.
Holy moly donut shop.
Yes. Oh, excuse me, John. I'm sorry. Yes, I know.
Holy moly donut shop.
Yeah, Frank Ryan was the last quarterback to win an NFL championship with the Cleveland Browns 2 years before I was born.
2 years before you were born. So what, 1820? Like when
I was just a wee little toddler back then.
1964. 1964 was the last time the Browns won an NFL
shit, I was
Damn, you are old, man.
Yes.
I was barely out of my cloth diapers, yeah.
Yes.
They didn't have Pampers back in my day.
I know. I hate you all. Anyway.
Cloth diapers and pins, man.
That was the way it went back in those days, man. We didn't have Pampers back in those days.
Oh, no such thing. No leak-proof shit, nothing.
What else you guys got? Congratulations to the Houston Astros.
Always at home. What's that, sir? Why is Kansas City always at home? They play at home all the time. Like, all the time. They're always at Arrowhead.
Well, eight times out of the season.
I know, but it just seems like they're always there. Like,
well, it's because they're mostly always on prime time. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, you're going to see prime time in Kansas City because they have one of the loudest fan bases in the country or in the league. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yep.
Whatever, man.
Anyway, we're going to sign off here in a couple of minutes. Hats off to the Astros for winning the World Series last night. Not so much the Astros as it is for Dusty Baker. We were very happy that Dusty Baker finally got his ring.
Kudos to Dusty.
Absolutely. One of the nicest guys in the history of baseball.
Fuck the asshole.
Yeah. Screw the rest of the team. Like Verlander and whatever the other guys are.
Yeah.
Why are you so mean, man?
Acuna, I think. Altuve. That's what I was thinking of. Altuve.
Little cockroach.
Yes.
Astros.
All right, Brett. I'll give you that one.
What's that? What do you say?
You see, Astros.
Astros. All right.
Trolls. Astros.
Like, do people laugh at like Patrick Mahomes when he starts talking in the huddle?
You mean Kermit?
Everything's wrong here. Here, let's bring a bomb.
Offsides.
Free play,
and he got picked.
Yeah, too bad. It's not going to work.
It's coming back.
Anyway.
Who did Philly lose the other championship? What other championship?
They lost the MLS championship.
Oh, the MLS to Los Angeles.
To LA.
You know, irrelevant shit.
All right, guys, let's close it up for the night.
Okay, USA.
Let's mob deep this thing.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming in. and watching. We'll be back again next Sunday night, 7:30 Eastern time, same bet channel. And on behalf of my co-host, Mr. Big E. Elliott Lamba, Mr. Ken Koslow, and Mr. John G. Olson, you all have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Elliott, the outro.
Wait a minute.
Hit the outro.
Hold on. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Members in the Rant Pack. And yes, me. The entire. There we go. Well, there you have it, Nerd Nation. Another Sunday episode of the Sports Nerd Show in the books, and we are still alive to tell about it. Now, on behalf of our host, Scott, the Sports Nerd, right? And his co-host, John Olson, Ken Toslow, and yes, me, Big E, the entire pack would once again like to thank you all for participating with us in the best 90 minutes of sports smack talk on the web today. So until next Sunday night, dear nation, we would like to leave you with a quick PSA. Please stay safe. Please practice social distancing. And for heaven's sake, please wear a damn mask. You all just got hit with a pack rant from the Rant Pack. And with that, fellas, we are out.